Japanese alpinism seemed a little far away to us, not just because of the distance, but rather because of our lack in key understanding. Yet the Japanese are extremely active in the mountains of the world, and not only through big, heavy Himalayan expeditions rolling out kilometres of fixed rope. There are a number of followers of alpine-style climbing in the country of the rising sun. One of great note is Yasushi Yamanoi, virtually unknown in the West. This climber has been inspiring his fellow countrymen for several decades, with his first feat of arms reaching back into the 80s. He has a string of technical successes in Patagonia, Yosemite, in the Arctic, but above all in the Himalaya. As a teenager, in the film by Jacques Ertaud, Death of a Guide, revealed to him the mountain environment. It's up there that he wanted to go. His commitment started early. At school, he was already climbing free, soloing big routes, having been written by his friends as the man closest to heaven. Cracks and artificial climbing fascinated him, and to perfect his climbing, he quite naturally left for the Mecca of granite, Yosemite. 3 seasons where he lived doing annoying casual work when he could have been climbing, for throughout his life his professional career would be relegated to second place in order to quench his thirst for ascents. At the end of the 80s, alone, he visited the Alps and Baffin Island, where he tasted his first big walls, Mount Thor, and there began a decade with his first known success, the first winter solo ascent of Fitzroy. It was here he first showed his patience and self-denial. He made a cabin in the forest, living there for several months, taking advantage of calm periods in the weather. The following year he discovered the kingdom of rare oxygen in what would be his only conventional expedition, which was too heavyweight for him. All the same, he returned home with 2 good results. He had climbed his first 8,000 metres, Broad Peak, with one of the best alpinists of the era, Tahiko Nagao, whom he was to marry 5 years later. Following winter sees him opening a new route, solo, on Ama de Blanc. He felt ready to face 8,000ers in alpine style. His first great feat in the autumn of '94, when he added a new route on the west face of Cho Oyo. Yamanoi is very proud of this route. To finance his expeditions, he lived off casual work. Some winters he carried loads up Fujiyama, but his ambition was elsewhere. A return to Pakistan, opening a face of 800 metres on the southwest face of Bubli Motin, with 12 days of capsule-style climbing with his girlfriend and another companion. The couple joined Wojtek Kotika in the Karakoram, and the 3 attempted the unclimbed face of K2, where bad weather forced a retreat to base camp. Yamanoi took his revenge by accomplishing a lightning solo ascent of the route Sezen in 48 hours. The trio formed up again the following year, opening a beautiful route on the central tower of Biachehavi, the vertical picnic. The next year would be a turning point for the couple. The ascension of the north face of Gayachang Kang turned into an epic. Taeko gave up at 7,800 metres, and Yasushi alone gained the summit in deteriorating weather. The descent was nothing but a series of avalanches, blindness and frostbite. On their return to Japan, they were both subjected to numerous amputations. Yasushi lost all his toes on his right foot and several fingers. It needs more than that to discourage our climbing samurai. He adapts his technique and takes advantage of his convalescence to write. He inspires numerous Japanese, and his works will equally be a success. His resilience and his self-denial allow him to regain big walls, first in China and then in Greenland. High altitude climbs are not ruled out, with the first on the face of Puskan Turpa. and that to Bhucho in India saw his return to the Himalayas in 15 years. He continues, still, to refine his climbing technique and runs the world of mythical cracks, or simply for the love of climbing. What a samurai, forever passionate.
Bravo Yasushi, welcome, come and come with us on stage. On va changer le micro comme d'habitude. Voilà. Applaudissez bien fort Yasushi. Installe-toi. Alors Yasushi, on a beaucoup de choses à te demander. Comment est-ce que tu as appris déjà la nouvelle et comment est-ce que tu as réagi à l'annonce de ce plaidoyer de carrière?
We have quite a few questions for you, Yasushi. The first one, same as the others, how did you know about the prize and what was your reaction?
At first, thank you very much. This award, I'm so happy. So I read many books by Awari. So they are like my heroes. This well also, and I'm very happy and honored.
Donc Yasushi dit qu'il a lu de nombreux livres et ouvrages de lauréats précédents du Piollet d'Or et qu'il les admirait, et en particulier donc Catherine Destivelle qui a eu le dernier précédent Piollet d'Or carrière. Et que donc pour lui c'est à la fois de la joie et un honneur de recevoir ce prix.
On le voit rapidement dans le petit film qui a été projeté, une de tes inspirations à grimper, et ça a été un film. Est-ce que tu peux y revenir sur tes débuts dans l'escalade et l'alpinisme?
So one of the original inspiration for you to become a climber was this film, which we saw in the movie, Mordant Guide, a French film.
Yes. When I was 10 years old, I watched the movie of Mont Blanc on TV. It was so beautiful movie, pressure and vertical rock and beautiful snow mountain. So I decided and I started climbing.
Donc en fait, il ne faisait pas du tout de montagne et il a vu ce film un peu par hasard, Mordant Guide. C'est pas tellement le titre qui a plu, c'est surtout les images, les belles images du massif du Mont Blanc avec à la fois les glaciers, les sommets enneigés et puis les parois de granit verticales. Et c'est là, après avoir vu ce film, qu'il s'est dit je vais devenir un grimpeur.
Alors on a vu un éventail de toutes les ascensions, celles qui ont fonctionné en tout cas. Est-ce que tu peux en choisir une pour nous dire celle qui t'a paru la plus engagée de toutes? Parce qu'on a vu quand même que l'engagement était assez fort dans tes ascensions.
So in the film we saw quite a few of your successful ascents. Which one would you say was the most committing, with the highest level of commitment?
I can commit to everything, so bouldering and hiking and snow mountain and high altitude mountain, everything I can commit, yes.
Ouais, donc Yasushi dit que l'engagement il le trouve partout, alors certes à des degrés divers, mais pas forcément que dans des ascensions de haute altitude, aussi en marchant, et que voilà, c'est une question de degré, mais il recherche cet engagement dans toutes les dimensions de la montagne.
Alors, on l'a pas trop vu pour le coup dans le film. Il y a quelque chose qui est intéressant aussi avec ta carrière, entre guillemets, c'est le fait que tu aies pas mal renoncé, et il y a pas mal de fois où tu n'es pas allé au bout, tu as choisi de renoncer, et on voulait savoir un peu ce qui dictait ce renoncement et ce qui te disait de faire demi-tour.
We saw it less in the film because it's mostly about the successful ascents, but many times you turned around. And how do you make a decision to turn around? What makes you turn around to go back and not push to the summit?
Yes, it is easy. I want next mountain, so I decide.
Voilà, donc en fait, il veut continuer à vivre pour faire d'autres ascensions sur d'autres montagnes. Donc quand il sent, et il nous disait quand on a préparé l'entretien, c'est la montagne qui lui dit de faire demi-tour. Donc la montagne où il est lui dit de faire demi-tour. Et voilà, il veut rester là pour continuer d'autres expériences.
Alors on a posé la question à Sylvia tout à l'heure. On va te la poser également, puisque vous partagez un point commun tous les deux, c'est que vous faites beaucoup d'ascensions en solitaire. Pourquoi ce choix de partir seul dans les grandes montagnes?
So we asked the same question to Sylvia, and you have a common point with her, is to not use any means of communication. Why do you choose to climb in this style?
It means solo.
No, without communication. Sorry, the first question is solo, yes, sorry. Why do you choose to climb solo, pardon, excusez-moi.
If I try to mountain with a friend, so my good memory will be half, like 50%. But if I try solo, I got every memory. But you know, of course, sometimes with a wife. Yes.
Donc en fait, quand il grimpe avec un partenaire, il a que la moitié de l'expérience qui lui revient en quelque sorte, et des souvenirs. Et quand il grimpe tout seul, c'est tout pour lui. Et puis quand même, de temps en temps, il part en montagne avec sa femme aussi.
Alors justement, j'allais y venir. Tu as rencontré ton épouse au Broad Peak, et on se demandait si elle avait pu venir ici avec toi pour célébrer ce prix des Piolets d'Or Carrière.
So you met your wife on Broad Peak during the expedition, and we were wondering if you would bring her here or not, and why she didn't join us here.
Oh, she doesn't like a party.
Elle n'aime pas faire la fête ou célébrer.
So we want to keep quiet life.
Il préfère garder une vie calme et comment dire, discrète.
But you know, I'm very happy now.
Mais quand même, il est content d'être ici.
Peut-être une dernière question, ce serait de savoir, parmi toutes les ascensions que tu as menées jusqu'à présent, laquelle serait peut-être la plus gratifiante pour toi, personnellement?
So last question,
Yes.
sorry, one more. For you, out of all your experiences and all your successful experiences, which one was the most fulfilling for you? Which one was the most rewarding and fulfilling for you?
Very difficult question. Me? If I choose one, Baffin Island, west face of Mount Tor.
S'il avait en choisir une, c'est dans les îles de Baffin, la face ouest du mont Thor.
When I was 23 years old.
Il y a 23 ans.
But I didn't have stamina and technique also. I didn't have.
Il n'avait pas, selon lui, l'endurance, la détermination ni la technique suffisante.
But I had a big love to mountain.
Mais il avait beaucoup d'amour pour cette montagne.
So this is very good memory in my life.
Donc voilà, c'est peut-être sa plus belle expérience dans les terres de Baffin.
Merci Yasushi, bravo encore. Vous avez raison, vous pouvez l'applaudir. vais demander à Catherine Destivelle de revenir avec nous pour remettre ce prix en tant que récipiendaire du Piole d'or carrière l'an dernier donc, en Pologne. Et voilà, c'est tout un symbole de l'avoir remettre ce prix à Yasushi qui inscrit son nom dans la liste des Piole d'or carrière. Est-ce que tu veux peut-être dire un mot à propos de Yasushi?
Juste que je suis ravie de remettre ce prix, que je l'ai eu l'année dernière, effectivement, et c'est à mon tour maintenant de le décerner à Yasushi. Et je découvre sa carrière qui est magnifique, ce que j'aime beaucoup, c'est qu'il a l'air vraiment d'aimer être en montagne. Il a une force de vivre qui est impressionnante. Voilà, et bravo à toi.
Catherine Destivelle is happy to be here with us to hand over this award which she received last year, and is impressed by the love which Yasushi has for the mountains and the time he spends there.
Voilà, Christian va remettre le prix avec Catherine en tant que président du GHM. Voilà, et je vous laisse donner ce prix à Yasushi. Voilà, bravo.
Il est trop modeste.